What's good, y'all? Today we're gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm only gonna talk about three weight classes today, out of the recent fights that happened, and then I'll make another video talking about some other weight classes. So that'll incentivize me to come back and make another video, and I won't have to make like a 40-minute long video. All right. So first, I want to talk about 135 because the Zepeda Farmer rematch just happened. Uh, man, I don't know what to think about Jose Zepeda, man. He is really good to me. He just he does the whole volume thing, right? And you can only have it one way. You could punch really hard and not throw with a lot of volume. We seen Tank do that, right? Or you could throw with a lot of volume, but you ain't gonna have too much on your shots. It just don't work like that. You have to be a machine to have both. Nobody's a machine, right? And so everyone's surprised that he couldn't really hurt Farmer and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, you throwing 1,000 punches in a fight. They're not coming that hard. You wouldn't be able to throw 1,000 punches if you was really popping like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine somebody hitting you 400 times, bro. That means it's not that hard. You know what I mean? So I like him, man. I like his style, and I still want to see him fight Shakur. I don't care what nobody says, bro. Everyone's like, man, if Farmer did that to him, Farmer dropped him 2 fights in a row. Shakur is going blah blah blah. Okay, then let's see it. If it's so easy, why are the negotiations falling through? He's saying Turkey's lowballing him now. That could be true. I don't know. But I mean, you fought Joshua Padley, bro. Like, I'm sure they can make that fight happen, and I hope they do. And if Shakur destroys him, more power to him. I know what they're gonna say. If Shakur beats Zepeda, they're gonna say, "Man, Zepeda is just a bigger Oscar Valdez. He's slow. He don't got good footwork. Whatever." Hey, including me, people were propping Jose Zepeda up, and they were saying, uh, you know, that he's that guy. So you can't go back and say he's not that guy just because somebody beats him. You know what I mean? If Shakur beats him, you can't then say, "Oh, he's always had slow footwork. He's always had this." You gotta stick to what you're saying. And I still think he'll give Shakur trouble. To be honest, bro, I really think that. I think that that volume is an issue because when you got a guy like Shakur, you know, if you're a really good boxer, you can defend a lot of punches, right? But if you throw a lot of punches, something's gonna get through. Now the real question is, does the one that get through affect the person? Like we saw with Tevin Farmer, he got hit a lot. It just really didn't affect him. He's got a good chin. He's clearly got a well conditioned body. Cause some of them body shots, like I was like, damn, bro, I thought he might drop. I think it was like the fifth round in the rematch. I'm like, ooh, that looked like it kind of hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see it. I want to see Zepeda versus Shakur. I don't care what nobody's talking about, bro. Abdullah Mason just fought yesterday. I think that kid's really good, man, and I think the concerns about his chin are valid. I think, I think when he steps it up for real, I think he might not be the superstar that everyone else thinks he is, but I do think he's good. I do think he has a very great chance of winning a belt. I think that's a great possibility. Uh, he just got some dead spots in his game, man. Like when he swings, he kind of just stays there, which is normal if you hit hard. Like he's not exactly admiring his work, but I think he just knows when he lands, it's gonna be devastating, and so he doesn't feel like he needs to move afterwards. Sometimes I'm like, bro, don't stand right there, bro. Like if you land that shot, move out the way, bro. Like I don't know. I don't know if his promotional company is gonna put him back in there with a big puncher no time soon. Because the last dude that dropped him 2 times, uh, I wouldn't even call him a big puncher, and them shots was hitting Abdullah Mason's glove and dropping him, bro. So I don't know. We gotta see about that. But he been saying he want to fight Andy Cruz. I would like to see that. I think it might be a little too early for him, but I think Andy Cruz ain't a devastating puncher. He's just good. So that could be a good little test. You know what I mean? What's up with Andy Cruz? I don't know. I don't know how long they're gonna try to develop him before they get him trying to fight somebody. I don't know what's going on with him, but Tank versus Lamar Roach, we're gonna have that rematch. I think they're doing it in June. I want to see that. I think Tank's gonna win. Maybe not easy, but I think he's gonna right his wrong from the last fight. I think He was too friendly with Lamont Roach, and I think he's going to really come to fight this time and probably actually have a strategy and maybe stick with his actual coach. That's just my opinion. But besides them at 135, who else am I missing? Don't know. Don't care. Let's move on to 154. I'm going to save 140 for last. Fundora just mopped up Cordell Booker. That was way worse than I expected it to be. But I mean, he like 6'8", bro. He like 6'8" at 154. I don't even know how he does that. So I think only a few people could really stand with him. And speaking of people that did stand with him, Tszyu just beat up Joey Spencer last night. Neither one of them motherfuckers moved their head. Honestly, Tszyu it's incredible, bro. Like the way he doesn't move his head, like he will straight up and down, throwing combos. And like the fact that he can still hit pretty hard without even like rotating, like his head don't come off the line at all, bro. He's like this. And like he still gets some good leverage on those punches. He got pretty fast hands too. He surprised me last night. But I've never rated Joey Spencer. No disrespect. So if Tszyu would have lost, I would have been like, you need to hang him up, bro. And y'all know me, bro. I don't ever disrespect fighters like that. Like I'm not gonna disrespect you outside of the sport. And I don't call people bums. I don't say like fighters are trash. So I'm not gonna say Joey Spencer's trash. But like just from the most objective viewpoint that I can have, he's not that caliber of boxer. He don't have no tools to where he should be in there with someone of the caliber that Tszyu thinks he's supposed to be. Is Tszyu that elite? I don't know. Bro, because I don't know. I think if he fights anybody that has good movement and decent power, he's gonna get smoked. I've always said I don't think Tszyu could beat the top guys. I was really surprised that Fundora didn't knock him out, to be honest. But then I might have been overestimating Fundora, to be honest. So Tszyu, I think he's always going to beat domestic level type fighters. I think he's a tough dude, and that's kind of his game, right? Like I'm going to out tough you, put you on the ropes, and I think he'll beat most people like that. Will he beat Keith Thurman? I don't know. I actually want to see that now. Before I said I didn't want to see it, then things happened. Tszyu got knocked out. I said, okay, I guess I do want to see it, bro. I still think Bakram beats both of them. I don't know. I think he beats everybody, bro. I don't think. Weirdly enough, I don't think he could beat Bud, but I think he's got good power, and I think he's beating all of them. But Virgil Ortiz, his stock moved up with me, bro. I know y'all probably like, well, you wasn't supporting him. You're a Texas boy. I didn't think he was that good before, but he made me a believer in that last fight, dog. I think sometimes, and I'm gonna talk about people like him in the next weight class too, but I think sometimes people fight to the level of their competition or maybe the level of their expectations. And so I really think with Boychuk, he might have not taking the fight seriously in his head. I'm not saying he wasn't ready physically or nothing like that, but sometimes you like, oh, this guy don't have power, oh, this guy don't have this. I should be able to do this. Versus when you know you need to make a statement and you think a guy's dangerous, you might come more mentally ready. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might have been the case with Virgil Ortiz. So yeah, 154. I don't know what Bud's gonna do. He's gonna fight Canelo, and if he loses, what does he come back? Does he? I don't know what happens with that. If he wins, does he come back? Does he retire off the Canelo bag? Like, is he still a 154 fighter? I don't know. I don't know if he's in the conversations anymore. Same thing with Errol Spence. What's going on with him? Is he retired? He ain't announced his retirement. Like, I don't know, man. Let's move on to 140. First thing we're going to talk about is Subriel Matías. That's my guy, bro. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how many times he loses. I love watching Subriel Matías fight, and I really want to see him fight Richardson Hitchens. But Hitchens, is it Richards Hitchens? No, it's Richardson Hitchens. Yeah. For some reason, Hitchens don't want to fight him. What's the reason? I don't know. And a lot of people say the same thing that I just said about Shakur and Zepeda, right? They say, Hitchens would dog him. He would jab his head off the whole night, the way he blah, 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 blah. Okay, then do it. Why is Hitchens trying to fight Kambosos, bro? Kambosos he never wins, bro. He never wins against anybody good. Like, honestly, bro, shout out to Kambosos. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Shout out to him for showing up, being prepared, and winning on a night that changed his life forever. If he didn't beat Teofimo Lopez, we would never talk about him again. But he did, bro. And I gotta respect that. People could say he got lucky, they could say whatever. But the facts are, he was presented with an opportunity and he made the best of that opportunity. He won, bro. He won. So we have to talk about him. But the facts are, bro, like, come on, man. He's not beating none of these top guys. Like, he's not beating none of the belt holders. And y'all know he's not. I'm not trying to disrespect him. It's just real. So I don't know why Hitchens is chasing him. He calls him trash, but he wants to fight him. Why? Why, bro? We don't want to see that, bro. Speaking of 140, we got Haney. I don't know. I don't know if he's planning on staying at 140. He's fighting Jose Ramirez, and Teofimo is gonna fight Barbosa. Who was I talking about fighting at the level of expectations? Virgil Ortiz. That's what I think about Teofimo Lopez too. So whenever you see him have an opponent where you're like, he should smoke him, that's the worst fight we're gonna see, bro. I don't think anyone thinks Barbosa's gonna beat him, and that's gonna be the funniest fight ever because we're gonna be like, why is this a competitive fight? It shouldn't be. Now, the times when he's supposed to maybe not win, like I knew he was gonna beat damn, I done forgot my boy's name already. Matrix. I knew he was gonna beat Lomachenko. I bet on that. It's the only time I've ever bet on boxing, actually. I told people he was gonna win, they said I was crazy. I knew he was gonna beat Josh Taylor. Those are the only two times I ever like definitively stood on business and said Teofimo was absolutely gonna win the fight. And both of those times people acted like I was crazy. But I don't know how to explain it, man. Besides the fact that styles make fights, like I said, when he is the underdog for real, he be showing up. When he's supposed to win, I don't know what he be doing out there, bro. So y'all might be surprised by that result on May 2nd. Elvis Rodriguez and Lindolfo Delgado fought last night. I felt like Elvis won, but I understand why they said he lost. And he's one of those guys, too. In a weird way, he's a dark horse, even though he loses in these times that he's supposed to step up. I think he needs to get with another coach or change his mindset or something, man. He fights like he has like the most devastating power ever. He's like too cautious. He needs to throw more combinations. He's very athletic. He is powerful. He has good movement. And it's like he just waits, bro. He just waits. He'll hurt a dude. He hurt Delgado, bro, in like the 11th round or something. And I was like, oh, it's over. And he didn't finish the fight. And then he came out in the 12th round and lost that round, like, which probably lost him the fight. I don't know what he be doing, bro. I don't know what he be doing. We got Gary Antoine Russell in that division. I think he beats most of them, to be honest. Like, if that dude that showed up at the Rajo fight shows up, that dude beats who do I think at 140 will beat him? Nah, he beats everybody if he fights like that. If he fights like that. And Ryan Garcia. Is Ryan Garcia at 140? Or is he at 147? Is he even at 147? Dude never makes weight. Like, he always needs a catch weight, at least in the last couple of fights. I know he's on drugs and stuff. He admitted it. Not pets. I'm talking about drugs. When you're on drugs and drinking and stuff, you can't really control your body weight like you want to because you're going to be all inflamed and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going to happen with him either. But I guess I'm interested. I still think he beats most people that he steps in the ring with. Nobody ever has faith in him as a boxer. But he's a decent boxer, man. He's got some flaws, but everyone has flaws. He's got crazy power. And I think he has a decent chin, man. He got knocked down one time, and people talk like he got the weakest chin ever, even though he got up and won by knockout. You know what I'm saying? So those are the three weight divisions we're going to cover today. Next time we'll cover heavyweight, 147, talk about Brian Norman and Boots. And 160. I don't really care about 168 too much. So that's what you can look forward to in the part 2 of this video. If y'all want me to talk about something specifically in the next part of the video, make sure you comment on this one so I know, because I haven't made the next one yet. So I got time to address anything that y'all want to hear about. Or if y'all want me to specifically address something from this video, because I kind of just, glazed over everything, pause. I kind of just went over everything and didn't get into too much detail. If you want me to break down something specifically, let me know. In part 2, I'll do that. And I'm going to have a recommendation for a throwback fight for y'all to watch. All right. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.